So we are here at WonderCon with Robert Buckley, iZombie. What do you think of the show so far?
I'm really enjoying it.
I mean, is it different? Like, obviously acting and then seeing it, seeing the zombie effects and everything?
Oh, yeah. Because we're in a bit of a vacuum up there in Vancouver because, we're doing all the work there, but we're not, necessarily getting daily feedback or weekly feedback, and all of the zombie special effects are happening in post-production. So we're having to sort of just, imagine that it's happening. So when you finally sit down and get to, see the scene with the special effects and with the score, the way they cut it all together, I mean, it's really cool. It's great.
So those who, for whatever reason, aren't familiar, used to be engaged to the main character Liv, and then
That's right.
And then she had her little change. You guys split up, and were you going to be seeing more of you because you've been kind of popping in a little bit here and there?
Yes, we will, and we're going to learn a lot more about sort of Major in his life, as opposed to he won't solely exist just as the ex-fiance, doting, sad ex of Liv's. We'll get to see sort of what he does in his day-to-day life, and his story kind of takes a darker turn, and the second half of the season is definitely a much rockier ride for Major.
So, how much of the season story do you know?
Oh, we've shot all the entire season.
Okay.
So I'm pretty well in the loop.
Okay. So, I mean, there's always that concern. It's like, are you going to survive? And I guess it's like wait and see.
I mean, it looks like I might. I mean, I would say if I was a betting man, I'd say I'm going to pull through.
At least until
Yeah.
maybe first episode, season 2.
Exactly right.
So don't get anyone upset in between.
That's why I'm always polite at craft services, because I want to keep that job.
Are we going to see more flashbacks, pre-zombie, between the two of you?
I don't think so. I think that was just to give an audience a taste of sort of what was there before the zombie effect. But as far as that goes, I think we're not going to get any more.
All right. What would be your reaction if you saw a real zombie coming towards you?
Well, it depends. If he's walking really slow, I would probably snap a couple photos and then walk away. If it was like World War Z, I would probably run and just pray that I'm faster than my slowest friend. Yeah, exactly. Sorry, Greg.
All right. So if you're friends with, Robert,
Yeah.
stay on his good side, because you never know. Make sure you watch the show. We'll see more of him on there. It was great talking to you.
Likewise.
Let's talk about Major.
Let's do it.
Is he gonna find love and be happy?
I mean, I hope so, for his sake, because let's be honest, he got a pretty raw deal. 8 years with someone, and all of a sudden like that, it's over. So, we've seen that he's making out with some new girl playing Jenga. So
That's not love.
Well, I know, but no, you're right, and I think we do hope for love for Major, but also I think I'll speak for myself. I'm holding out that maybe there's a chance for them still somehow.
I agree. I am also holding out. That has to happen. And I think the fans also really want that to happen for sure.
It'd be great if we're all, yeah, exactly. If everyone's rooting for the same thing, it'd be weird if all the fans were like, oh no, keep them way apart.
Yeah. I've definitely heard this show compared a little bit to Pushing Daisies in the aspect of someone's dead and they can't touch the other person. Have you heard any other TV show comparisons?
Sure. I've heard, Buffy the Vampire Slayer. I know it's not a television show, but Warm Bodies.
Oh, yeah.
Because when I first saw it and I was trying to explain it to my family, I was like, it's kind of like Buffy meets Warm Bodies. But Buffy is probably the one we get, kind of compared to the most.
That's a great show to be compared
Right?
to.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with you.
What are you looking forward to most the rest of this season?
I can't wait for the fans to see. I mean, as it gets more intense as it goes on, but I just recently saw the last 2 episodes. I was blown away. The finale is so good. Legitimately, it's so well done. Rob and Diane and the writers did a fantastic job. So, especially with Major, a lot changes with him and his circumstances in the latter half of the season.
Okay. And are we going to get to know more of his backstory? How, the relationship?
Yes.
Is there anything you can tease a little bit about?
Well, he works with at-risk youth and basically kids that are kind of in limbo in the foster system. And let's just say that is where things start to sort of go awry and lead him down some darker avenues.
Awesome. Thank you so much for talking to us.
iZombie on the CW.